Welcome back to the Coach's Insight. Today we have Pfeiffer University's head coach Jeremy Currier. How you doing, Coach?
Doing great, Richie. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. I know we've known each other a good 5, 10 years and had some of our own battles back in the past. So it's good to talk to you from the other side now.
Yes, yep, absolutely.
I'm glad I don't have to coach against you anymore because you guys are doing some big things over there. Talk about your program.
Well, it's been something we've been working on for the last couple of years. I mean, a couple of years ago we started a group of freshmen and sophomores, and we took some lumps, and now those guys are juniors and seniors, and we've won 10 straight, and are averaging 107 points a game, and we're playing up tempo and doing some good things. So we're excited about where we're headed.
Yeah, you guys are have led now the Division One and Two in both scoring and in forced turnovers. Am I wrong?
No, that's right, and it's a lot of it has to do with our personnel. I think Pfeiffer has made the decision to go Division 3 beginning next year, full member in the USA South. With this being our final year Division 2, we really sat down and looked at our system and how we're playing, and really it comes down to playing to the strengths of your best players. And for us, that's 3-5-9 guards and a 6-2 shooter. So we really work to tailor a system that would help to show what those guys can do. And fortunately, they've done an unbelievable job.
I think it's outstanding because you really have a niche. You're playing an up-tempo style, both offensively and defensively. So talk about those style of plays. Like, what are you doing on the offensive end to score so many points? I know you're doing it with little guards, but defensively, leading the country in forced turnovers, you're doing some really outstanding things. What is it about your system that's working, and how are you going about it?
Well, I think having so much experience with these guys. I mean, I've had them for over 100 games. I mean, the thing that I've learned with our players is sometimes less is best. And when they were younger, we probably gave them a little bit too much. But they've got great chemistry on the floor. I mean, we stick to certain core concepts offensively and defensively that, we every film session is based on that. Every practice, it's the way of the land for our team, and we give our guys freedom, but at the same time, staying in that structure. Offensively, the core concepts are we want to play with great pace. We focus on converting, whether that be a miss or a turnover or made basket. We really practice daily getting the ball to the scoring area as quickly as possible. And then we really do a ton on spacing. We generally like to leave the post open. We do have a 6'8" and a 6'7" guy, but we play him out of the dunk spot, or we'll use him as a screener quite a bit. We chart paint touches every day, practice and games. We try to win that. We call it attack mentality. We really want to drive it, and if we can't get a layup, get the ball reversed. And then the last one that we try to get to is our decision making, and we focus on taking great shots. We have been top 10 in the country in field goal percentage all year, and we're scoring it a lot, but it's not just volume shooting. I think our guys have really bought into getting a great shot every time, and it's been a real joy to coach.
I would imagine too that you are really making your defense become your offense. Are you guys a press all game kind of team?
Yeah, yep. We press makes, misses. We press side out of bounds, baseline unders. We do situational presses off the jump ball. Because of our height, we're the smallest team in our league, and I would venture to say the smallest team in Division 2 basketball. The best defense for us is the other team does not get a shot attempt. So for us, we're really jamming the inbounder if we miss and denying full court. We've got about 5 different variations of our press that we use, and the nice thing is our guys like to play fast, and they've really adjusted because we haven't played like this way in the last couple of years. So our guys have embraced it, they love it, and it's when it's going, it's a lot of fun.
You're doing it with experience, a combination of that plus high pressure, plus some depth, plus small, quick perimeter players. So when you're recruiting to Pfeiffer basketball, are those the kind of players you're looking for?
Yeah, I mean, I think the first thing for us is, and I think, when they were going through the Super Bowl stuff, they asked Belichick what he looked for, and he said a guy that loves football, a guy that loves to work and a guy that puts the team first and is unselfish. And I think that carries over. I think that's what we all want. It's taken me a couple recruiting cycles to get that. I've got unbelievable kids. I've got, my six seniors they control the locker room. They really have helped establish a culture. And now when we're out recruiting, I think the system sells itself. I do think that you see a lot of kids that like the idea of playing fast, but when they get in here and we start conditioning and we start doing the work part of it, some guys don't love that, but it's a rewarding thing to see these guys to get in there and work. So the first thing we look for is they got to have a little tenacity and play with an edge. You can't press for 40 minutes without depth and having guys that play with edge. So we're looking for that at all positions. And then, like I said, we're starting 3-5-9 guards. So we don't really look at height right now as so much as their attitude and their work ethic and how hard they'll play for us.
Is player development for that style of play difficult because you're focusing so much on man-to-man ball pressure as well as different type of zones and your unique style of offensive play as well?
Well, first, I mean, I've been very fortunate with my coaching staff. We have a group of guys that, have a background in player development. They get our kids out on the floor every day in between classes. The thing that we've done, and really it was more our senior class, they committed that every player has to make 300 threes and 100 free throws before practice. And we've basically have come to an agreement. We don't really micromanage shot selection, but part of that is you've got to put the work in. And for me to trust you, and we talk about great shots and getting great shots, and part of that is me seeing them in the gym every day. So our guys are in the gym constantly. We work really hard player development to only work on things that they're going to do in the game. I think right now player development, you get a lot of guys that are doing a lot of tricky drills and, they look good, but, we try to practice what we're going to do the most. And for us, that's pretty specific, how we want to play and share the ball and work to free other people up. So, different reads off screens and cuts. All of that is film work, and for sure we've been fortunate to have a group of guys that love being in the gym.
Well, we're about out of time here, but I got to say it's really impressive. It truly is impressive what you've done with Pfeiffer Basketball, the way you've resurrected the program, and what you've done to make this a successful program.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Richie. Take care.
You too.